Now we're official. Hello, everybody. Again, I'd like to introduce Timothy Masawe. Timothy is coming to us from the Kilimanjaro Tanzania Rotary Club. He is 7 hours ahead of us, so he's missing his dinner to speak to us while we're having our lunch in the background here. Thank you very much for that. Timothy is a lawyer in Tanzania. He's the founder and director of the SAIDIA Agriculture and Social Care Organization, which is an organization that has empowered more than 200 vulnerable children through education. The club, the SASCO, as it's referred to, is committed to helping and supporting orphans, widows, and street children by using agricultural products obtained in Tanzania, training the unemployed in social and economic developments for self-reliance, and campaigning against drug abuse by educating people of its effects. He is one of the charter members and a past president of the Rotary Club of Hai-Kilimanjaro, and he currently is serving as assistant governor in District 9214, which combines Uganda and Tanzania. He's attached to I beg your pardon. He started an outreach program to support education for vulnerable children in Tanzania, which he will share the success stories of. The topic today will be empowering vulnerable children through education, serving to change lives. And with that, Timothy, I pass the floor to you.
Sorry, Timothy, you're still muted. You have to unmute yourself.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, and it is my pleasure to share with you the project that we have been doing for more than 12 years, and we have seen much success. So I will be talking about empowering poor children through education. We started this program in 2010, and today more than 200 vulnerable children have been empowered through education. The reason we started this outreach program is because marginalized children go through a lot to get their education. In developing, especially in developing countries like Tanzania, most children who want to study and they are doing excellent are from the poor families. Taking my own case as an example, I was born in a family like this, and poverty in my family caused most of my siblings to miss education. So my siblings didn't even finish elementary school level. And this is because they didn't get all the supplies they needed for education. They didn't have anyone to pay for them school fees. So when I graduated university and I started working, this is the project I decided to establish this organization in order to give sponsorship opportunities to vulnerable children who have academic potential, but poverty prevents them from achieving their goals. As an organization, there's no any administration fee needed. We don't have any directors or CEOs who are getting salaries. This makes 100% of the donation we get from the sponsors go to the needy student to cover the school fees and school supplies. So basically what we do, we identify children, vulnerable children, who are looking for sponsors. We identify them with their backgrounds, and we try to connect them with any interested individual or Rotarians or a club that may decide to become a sponsor. And they can build the relationship together, watch the child grow, and visit them wherever they want, and see how they are doing in the school and connect them with the school they are attending. And as a sponsor, they get regular academic report card from the sponsor children. For instance, this is one of the sponsors, and her name is Debbie. And Debbie is the wife of the past district governor, 6400, Noel Jackson. And they have 3 children that they are sponsoring in Tanzania. So they get the opportunity to visit them and see how they are doing after 2 years. We have so many success stories in our program, considering the number of students that we have supported. But today I will just share 5 success stories of our program. For instance, you can see this year the Maasai children, and one of them, his name is Lecton. Lecton was born and raised in a very poor Maasai families. His parents didn't want him to go to school, but they wanted him to attend kettles because Maasais, they are animal keepers. They don't see the value of education in their children. But we saw the potential in this young man since he was in the primary level, and we decided to give him sponsorship opportunities. Lecton's dream as he was growing was to become a medical doctor. So you see, this is his family where Lecton was born, and his siblings and his mom. We supported him, and when he graduated high school, he was one of the top 10 best students in Tanzania. And in 2019, he achieved his dream of becoming a medical doctor. He graduated from the medical school. Now Lecton, he's a doctor. He's working as a doctor. So without the sponsorship opportunity that was offered to this young man through the generosity of Rotarians, today we will not have this young Maasai man achieving his dream of becoming a medical doctor. Lecton has joined Rotary, and he's giving back to the community through Rotary. For instance, last year, Lecton with his team, his fellow doctors, raised some money and they purchased some desks and they donated it to the poor schools in Tanzania. The good thing about our program is that most sponsored children, they are being supported by Rotarians, individual Rotarians, and they see what Rotary is doing to the community. So when they graduate or finish their schools and they start working, they join Rotary and they start saving the community. So majority of our students who were supported and they are employed now or self-employed, they are Rotarians in our community. The other success story we have is of this young girl. Her name is Nema, and Nema was orphaned since she was 5 years. Both of her parents died from HIV when she was that young. So Nema, when she was growing, she always wanted to be a nurse. That was her dream. But who could support Nema to be a nurse? No one. Considering that she didn't have parents and no one in her family was able to pay for her the school fees. So in 2012, Nema approached us and she was crying, and she was accompanied by a social welfare officer who knew her and her family. So we wrote an article about Nema and we sent it to friends, to Rotarians, other Rotarians, and one of the kind Rotarians decided to sponsor Nema to attend a nursing school. So Nema attended a nursing school in 2012, and she graduated from the nursing program. And now she's a nurse. She's working as a nurse. She's employed at KSMC Hospital, one of the biggest hospitals in our country. Nema was being supported by Jennifer Jones. Jennifer heard about our program, and she's the one who read the article about Nema, and she decided to support her. So she's happy that Neema can support herself and those who depend on her. The other success story is of this young man. His dad lost the job since when Oscar was about to start his high school diploma, and Oscar approached us and he requested his assistance, and the kind Rotarian decided to sponsor Oscar. He finished his high school diploma with good grades, and he got government scholarship to study at the University of Dar es Salaam. And now he's working as a high school teacher. The last success story I want to share with you is of this young girl. Her name is Eva Rimba. She's coming from the Maasai society, Maasai tribe. Her parents, the story behind this young girl is very sad because her parents had received a dowry for her to get married when she was 12. So she was going to get married at that early age. So we rescued her from a forced marriage because it is a common practice for Maasai to receive the dowry for their daughters since they are very young and let them arrange marriage for them. We rescued this young girl and we gave her sponsorship opportunity, and we supported her because she wanted to be a pharmacist. So she went to secondary level, and where she finished with good grades, and we gave her sponsorship to study pharmacy, and now she's working as a pharmacist. And Eva, as a young Maasai girl, has become an inspiration to other Maasai girls, inspiring them and telling them, teaching them the importance of education and taking the leadership roles in the community as a young girl. And she's also teaching them how to make the decision for themselves, and that no one or any parents can arrange for them a forced marriage. There are so many children in our communities who are looking for opportunity to go to a good private school so that they can reach their goals. And that's why we are talking to friends and Rotarians to see if we can increase our sponsorship program by sharing the success stories and all that we are doing through SASCO. I would also like to share a few projects that we have done as a club, the Rotary Club of Hai. Most of our projects focus on education and health, because these are the most affected areas in our community. For instance, last year we built some classrooms in a school in our village that we did not have classrooms. This was the classroom before, and this is the classrooms after that we have built. And the nearby school, public schools, nursery building was like this. One classroom in public schools in Tanzania has more than 100 students, and you can see the building. So the Rotary Club of Hai raised some money and we renovated the building. This is how the building looks now, and the building did not have ceiling board or windows, and we put some new windows and ceiling board. And the toilets was like this. So we built some new toilets with hand washing facilities. So the children now, they are comfortable and they are enjoying the schools. So it has been reported when we make improvements, build classroom, or improve the toilets in these public schools in Tanzania that do not have toilets, the number of students, those who were missing or not coming to school, the teacher report that even the attendance is increasing, and then the students are coming more to school than before. The situation with most school toilets in Tanzania like this, and we get so many requests from the community asking for assistance to improve their toilets, to repair their toilets, or build the new ones. And we talking to friends and the other clubs like yours is what will enable us to reach more schools and change their lives. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you have any question, please welcome.
Thank you very much, Timothy. I'm going to start. If anybody has any questions, you can just raise your hand on the Zoom. I'm going to start off with one, though. I've read an article in the paper just this past week. I noticed that a lot of the people that you're helping are Masai, and I've been reading that the Masai, certainly in the Ngorongoro crater area, are being displaced at quite a rapid rate because the country wants to create a full national park in that area. Are they being discriminated against, basically, and these are the kind of people that you're trying to help?
They are not being discriminated, and the government have given them a new area, and they have built the houses for them because that the area that they are living now is for the national parks. So they have been given another area. It's not that the government is chasing them away. I think what is being reported in the media is not actually what is happening in Tanzania.
So they're not going to lose their way of life as herders and.
No, they won't.
Okay, good. Rod DeCourcy, you have your hand up.
Did you say Roger?
No, I said Rod. Rod
Okay.
DeCourcy, Ireland. Rod?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Very inspiring story, Timothy, and lots of good works going on in these schools. My previous club in Picton built a school in Ghana on the coast where the men had all been fishermen, and the big trawler fleets came in and took all the fish away, leaving them destitute. And we built a school there for young ladies, women, to teach them batik, dressmaking, et cetera, so they could become breadwinners. And from there, it went on to opening one for the young men as well in engineering, computer science and things. So it's incredible what education can do. And thank you for all the good work you're doing in that.
Thank you so much.
How much does it cost? Oh, sorry, Roger, go ahead. Beg your pardon.
Okay, Timothy, that was a marvelous presentation, and it's one of the first times that I've seen a project as old as yours is, where the people have, and you can show pictures of and introduce people who have gone through the program, been supported in school, and then be productive people in work and I might say in Rotary. And it was a marvelous presentation. What is the annual cost to a sponsor to support a student?
Yeah, it costs 1,000 USD per year. And that money covers the tuition fees and the school supplies and the boarding and the meals for that student at the school.
It's $1,000 a year.
Yes, yes.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Anybody else at this point? Peter Starr, unmute yourself and go ahead.
Timothy, it was a great presentation, and it's certainly given us a lot to think about. One thing that I might say to you is there's a charity that Westmount Rotary works with over the years called 60 Million Girls, and it's run by a lady named Wanda Bedard. And what she does is she works primarily in Africa, India, and Pakistan in giving young girls the tools they need to success in education. So what they have developed is they've developed a distant learning device with Massachusetts Institute of Technology on little tablets that go directly up to the satellite, so you don't have to worry about good Wi-Fi, bad Wi-Fi. And they give these tablets to young girls, and the absolute, it's been great, the results. Lots of kids have moved ahead and have learned quickly because young minds are like sponges, and when they're given the opportunity, it's fantastic. So I might say that it'd be worthwhile looking up 60 million girls.org. And if there's any information that you'd like from me, if you leave your contact information with Jim, he can forward it to me and I can send you more information on this organization. 98% of the money that they earn every year goes directly out to developing their education device and bring it forward. 2% is taken in organizational fees. So it's a wonderful organization. We like it at Westmount Rotary, and if we can share, we're certainly willing to do so.
Yeah, I'll appreciate that if I get the information and connect with them, and because we have a lot of young people in our program and who would benefit from that opportunity of using the technology.
Salad or pizza?
Pizza. You're good, Peter?
Thank you. That's a good answer. I'll send something along if you leave your contact information, surely.
Thank you so much. I will.
Anybody else with their hands up? Okay, I think we're looking good here. Timothy, it's interesting here in North America, and particularly in Canada, I think we talk about our first world problems and the issues that we have. We talk about homelessness, we talk about educating people and bringing people up and so on and so forth. But we really don't, I think, understand what real issues are. And to see somebody like yourself doing the kind of work that you're doing and really affecting the lives of these people and giving people such a leap of opportunity is really, really inspiring. And I can't thank you enough for speaking to us today. A really, really inspiring presentation. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share with you what we are doing with as Rotarians here.
Our pleasure. What we're going to do, we're going to continue with the rest of our meeting, just general information things. You're welcome to stay if you'd like to. If you're getting hungry and it's time for dinner, we will not be insulted if you leave us. So feel free one way or another, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. May I say bye for now because I'll have some other commitments.
Go for it. Thank you very much
Okay.
for joining us.